Good morning once again. Thank you for a lovely and a very engaging first panel. Divakar, panel discussion was really nice. Thank you to all the other panelists as well. As a consumer, though, I would say that many consumers are moving away from being a cost-conscious mindset as far as automobile segment goes. I read recently that the number of vehicles that are sold with sky roof, retractable sky roof, have increased tremendously over the last few years. The average selling price of the car has gone up. In fact, I was reading Economic Times, which says that the premium segment, which is 60 lakhs to 1 crore, has outsold the segment between 30 to 60 lakhs. So I think the mindset is, I don't think the mindset is there, kitna deti hai. I think there is a premiumization that is happening in the automobile sector. And as a consumer, that is my perspective. So thank you to walk you through to what is Milacron, what we are, and what are the technologies that we have available, specifically to assist in sustainability and the automobile segment. It's not moving. Can you put the next slide, please? So we are based out of Ahmedabad in Gujarat. We've been there since 1995. So I'll walk you through the history, and then specifically I'd like to talk about the product portfolio for the advanced injection molding technologies that are available. So Milacron India, established in India 1995. We are part of Milacron US. We have a large facility in Ahmedabad, which is primarily an assembly facility, about 65,000 square meters. We also have our own machine shop, a fully air-conditioned machine shop that runs in 3 shifts to produce most of the components that go in our machines. We have a capacity to produce up to 3,000 machines per year. Currently, we are doing about 2,000, 2,200. Overall, we have shipped more than 23,000 machines since we first established in 95, and our revenues exceed 1,000 crores a year. So brief history, we were earlier known as Cincinnati Ferrometic Milacron. A lot of the people still remember us Ferrometic. Many people also remember us Cincinnati because that was also the brand name that we had. And now we are part of the global plastics conglomerate Hillenbrand. Since 2019, Milacron is part of Hillenbrand. We also have our sister companies in Hillenbrand, Mold Masters, which is present in India, in Coimbatore, and DME, which makes components. So global footprint, 9 global locations, 2 centers of excellence, several machining centers in US as well as in India, and one purpose: shape what matters for tomorrow. So this is just a quick snapshot of how the first machine was sold and the 500th machine. And we have a ceremony that every time we do a 500 machine sales, we call the customer. We started with 500, then we jumped to 1,000. Now we have gone to 2,500. So every 2,500 machine that goes, we invite the customer and we do a ceremony. The last one was done for Plasticia, which went to Ivory Coast. It was a 2,000-ton machine, 2,200-ton machine for making crates. Okay, so basically the product portfolio consists of 4 platforms: the toggle series, which goes from 50 to 650 tons, the hydraulic ram series, which is up to 900 tons, the 2 platen machines that go up to 4,000 tons, and then we are the only company to make fully all-electric machines, particularly that go in medical, pharmaceutical applications up to 650 tons. Backed by these products, we also have our Industry 4.0 solution called as Empowered, which I'll be showing to you today. We also make extrusion systems, not particularly relevant for automotive, but just as a thing. And then we have a huge aftermarket support team across India, where we are supporting machines going back as old as 20 years. So that's the range of the injection molding machines. The latest that you see, the M series and the C series, these are predominantly developed for the auto market, and have been a major success in India and also overseas for the automobile market. Q series, which is the all-electric machine, is also quite popular. And these were the historical machines which have been the flagship machines of Milacron over the last decade. Then when it comes to multi-component solutions, we have MSW. I'm playing a video of this. Mono sandwich, which means you can have two different materials. It's a co-injection technology in plastics. You can have two different, the outer material of a part can be different and the core of the material can be different. It can be used for, am I audible? Yeah, okay. Then you have the 2K technology, two color, and then you have the co-injection technology as well. So we are based across India. We have more than 100 service people to offer service support in time. We have about 50 odd sales people. Why is this slide jumping? Guys, okay. So here's the interesting part. Age-wise of machines. You will see that in the yellow, which is 16%, 16% of the machines are more than 10 years. So as a machine manufacturer, it's very, very difficult for us to keep stock of these parts, but we are there to support PLC components, certain motors get obsolete, etc. Guys, ये jump हो रहा है slides. Can you start from beginning? आप move कर रहे हैं, मैं कर रहा हूँ. मैं करूँ? Okay. And then on the last, you see the shipment performance that whenever a spare is required, you see the blue line there. So this is real data taken from our ERP system, which talks about 85% of the shipments are done. So when you are supporting assets which go back to 20 plus years, to have a stock of all the different parts that go into an injection molding machine, be it the motor, the pump, and the consumable parts, we have an inventory of about 340 million just to support the assets that we have supplied in India as well as overseas. Okay, so moving on to the technologies for automotive. There are three major components here. The first one is the Milacron's technology package and the core back technology, which has the foaming technology as part of it. There are three sub-technologies there, the chemical blow agent, the Mucel technology, and the iForm. Then we have the overmolding technology, where we talk about coining, robotic transfer, rotary treble transfer. And then we have the co-injection technology specifically for the automotive, where we have sandwich molding, gas assist molding, advanced heat and cool technology, and the long glass fiber processing. So these are all the technologies that have been supplied specifically for the automotive segment. So I'll try to quickly cover all of them one by one. So the first one is a foaming technology. The whole idea here is to how to lightweight the component, give design flexibility, have a faster cycle time, so you can reduce weight up to 30%, cycle time goes up by 35%, lower clamping force is required, so the capex can go down. You can have a one size smaller machine if required, and then of course it adds to the sustainability because there's a significantly reduced power consumption to produce these parts. So you can see some applications as fan frames, the consoles, etc. These are the parts that can be produced through the foaming technology. ये फिर से jump हो रहा है. Okay, next is overmolding, where that is mainly for aesthetics, but also facilitates part quality while is reducing strains. You can see the applications here, the bumpers, the fascias, doors, fenders. You can have textile overmolding as well. So that's the second piece of the technology. The third one is a sandwich molding. This is more about a co-injection technology, where on the left you can see two mirrors, exterior mirrors. The black mirror is the core, and then on top of that is a coating of a different material. You also see the image of a door handle, and then you see there 8 to 15%. That 8 to 15% can be a recycled material with the skin of the virgin material. So this is the mono sandwich technology that I was talking about earlier. Obviously, the core material is used for different applications. Acoustic control can be one, strength could be one, using recycled materials could be another application. So there are several ways you can elevate properties, that is quality, acoustics, and wear resistance by sandwich molding. By the way, we have a big Milacron team available here, so during breaks and lunch, feel free to interact with us for anything that interests you or you'd like to discuss technically. We also have technical experts here traveling from Pune today. The next one is in partnership with Rocktool, advanced heat and cool technology, where it is mainly for surface finishing improvements. You can eliminate paint as an option. You can have this intense black color and no paint on some components. You also eliminate, because you don't paint, you eliminate secondary operations, and also serves as lightweighting as a technology. So very, very interesting examples there: two color molding, extreme gloss and intense black color with no paint required. Then one more technology that we have is a long glass fiber processing. This is also one of the types of biomaterials also. This has been used by our friends in Germany, where the interior door panels they have made using biomaterials. This again, the benefits are lightweighting, using recyclable materials, durability, and of course reducing the cost. So the examples there is an entire door panel which is made using long glass materials. The technology that we have is a very special Milacron proprietary screw and barrel design to process these materials in our machines. Then just quickly touching upon the two platen machines designed specifically for the automotive industry. The first one is the M series, which replaces the old Maxima series of Milacron, and the next is the Cincinnati C series, which goes up to 4,000 tons in India, but in US we have made a Cincinnati up to 8,000 tons as well. Now if you look at the M series here, the model that it replaces, the Maxima model that it replaces earlier, it is lesser in footprint. It's lesser in footprint compared to the Maxima. For example, if you had 3 Maximas in your plant, if you had 2 Maximas in your plant, you could replace them with 3 M series. So using the same footprint, you would be able to increase your output by 50%. Power consumption is less, oil consumption is less. So this is this was completely launched only very recently in 2022, and happy to say that across India we have more than 50 machines already supplied and in the backlog. So the acceptability of the M series, particularly in the automobile segment, and also it is also used in the crate segment, has been very, very encouraging, and I encourage all of our partners here to learn more about that product. The C series is of course the flagship model for the highest possible distance. There are a lot of benefits there that both these models have. Incidentally, both the M series and the C series were co-developed as global products. So the C series that is sold in USA or Mexico or in Europe or in India is built on the same platform. And happy to say that Milacron is also building a lot of these M series and C series and actually exporting to Latin America countries from India with advanced ANSI safeties and CE safeties as well. So fully built machines are going from India to several parts of the world, and it's a proud thing for Indian manufacturing, and it's a proud thing for Make in India as well. Along with the machine, a lot of ancillary auxiliaries are required. We now have the capability to provide all of the auxiliaries around the machine as part of the Milacron machine package, and all auxiliaries will be operated from a single controller of the injection molding machine, which is the master controller. So the operator then does not have to operate individual chillers, dehumidifiers, robots from their individual controllers, but can operate from one single master controller of the machine. So that's a Milacron auxiliary products that we have that is now available. The last piece, and probably something very close to my heart, and the most exciting piece, which is a future, is the Empowered Advanced Digital Solution by Milacron. This is an IoT-based Industry 4.0 solution. And basically how it works is that every machine is connected with a red-colored Milacron box, which is connected to your company's ERP and your company's dashboard. And then between 10 machines, there is one green box, as you can see there, which separates, takes the data from all of these machines, takes it to a cloud, which has the highest level of secured. Real time, we come to know how the machine is performing. So I'll give you a couple of examples of how this is helpful. The first one is we are in the process of setting up a room in our Ahmedabad facility. So we will be able to soon offer remote monitoring support to all the machines which are connected on Empowered. That's the first step. So how it happens is that we have analyzed a lot of breakdown calls that we have received over the last 10 years. And we have found that up to 20–25% of those calls could have been solved over phone rather than a person driving and reaching the plant facility. And now we feel that with Empowered and our technicians' access to your machine and your controller, he can offer you instant support over phone. So this is one of the first things that's going to happen. You can see here a customized dashboard that can be created to develop real-time alerts, the energy consumptions, the scrap material generated per shift, per day, over last 12 months. All of these dashboards can be configured, and every Empowered customer has access to a cloud server where they can go and check the status of their assets online. And the dashboards are also customized to their needs. So this is how a typical dashboard is customized. When we first commission the machine, we go and say, I want to do a test. I select the name of the asset. So I say the asset is MG3 setup here. I want to check the productivity of this. I want to check the productivity over last 12 months. And then I say, add this, and that's how I get the badge. I can then, for the same asset, set up another parameter where I say, now I want to see the downtime over the last 24 hours, and I can click submit, and I can see the downtime that is appeared for that particular asset. Then I could, for the same asset, create another characteristics. I want a data point. What data point I want? I want to see the actual energy consumed per hour, per kg, per part over the last 12 months, and I can create that, and a dashboard is created. You can do this individually per machine, and then you can also combine all of this for your overall asset. So this is one of the features that you can do in Empowered. The next and the very interesting feature is setting up alerts. This is something that Milacron will be doing. So for example, for different alerts, at the right time, if you know that alert, you can preempt the failure of a major component. So for example, when a heater band in a screw is likely to fail, then the balance heater bands will start to draw more current. Or when the oil pressure goes down, then there's a delta between the pressure incoming and outgoing. These kind of alerts can tell us what component is likely to fail, and we can actually remotely call in the plant, we can send an email, we can send an SMS, whatever has been agreed with the customer. By setting up these alerts. So this is more moving towards predictive maintenance. Overall, we can do a complete life cycle management of the machine, where on the left you can see there's a yellow colored warning screen coming up that 89.4% of your screw life has been completed, and now you need to buy a new screw and barrel in the next few weeks. We also have facility of scrap tool, a recipe. A recipe is that you can compare the performance of one mold in one asset and the same mold in another asset. And then you can conform, if once you test the mold in an injection machine and you do the best possible cycle output of that mold and you press recipe, then that parameters get duplicated again and again in different machines, wherever empowered is there. So you kind of take away the, replacing the skill set of the operator to some extent by recipe model. So overall, compared to a traditional response where, you know, a customer may call Milacron and say, my so-and-so part has failed, and then we try and support you with the best possible way we can, a connected machine is a highly profitable machine. So currently we have about a 95% confidence interval of when a heater band is going to fail. We have 85% confidence when a screw is going to fail. We have 85% confidence when a screw tip is going to fail. About 80% confidence when the hydraulic pump is going to fail. So this confidence is coming from the last 7 years of algorithms that are running on thousands of connected machines worldwide, and analyzing the failure of those components. We have developed these smart algorithms which continue to get smarter every day as more and more machines get connected to empowered. So this is something most of the M series and the C series, we encourage customers to go with empowered functionality as a default so that we are able to support the customers in real time. And finally, the API access is always given to all the customers to configure their own dashboard and to also configure the machine with their ERP integration. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. We'll play a short video of the mono sandwich technology that we have, which allows, it's a co-injection technology, which allows us to use an outer material separate from a core material. Can we have the video, please? Thank you. So we did this trial for a paint bucket where up to 70% of the material that was used was recyclable and the balance was a virgin polymers, and we did a drop test for that buckets and they passed with flying colors, and happy to say that several paint bucket manufacturers in India are now using mono sandwich technology as part of their commitment to using recycled materials. So we are happy to partner to do mold trials at our facility. More than 20 companies have come and we have done mold trials for them in Milacron. You bring your mold, you bring your material that you want to do, and our engineers will dedicate a machine for you and we can do the trials for a couple of days till we are happy. So thank you for being a wonderful audience. Looking forward to the rest of the day. Thank you very much.